When I was in elementary school, my favorite teacher's name was Sister Immaculata. She was my English teacher, and she would never give me an A. And I asked her about it, and she told me that I could do better. And she pushed me so that finally, by the end of the semester, I got an A.
Changing schools for high schools probably made me work harder and give me more of a push. There was more of an academic environment, and at the same time, everybody was an athlete too. So you're kind of the same plane as everybody, and just the environment as a whole was a little tougher and pushed me a little bit harder to motivate what I want to do for a career.
In 8th grade, I was doing really bad in my math class, and I was going to fail the final quarter with a 62. But my math teacher wasn't going to let that happen, so she ended up bumping me up to a 75, and she recommended me for my honors math class in high school. And that really made me want to work a lot harder. So all through high school, I worked really hard, and I ended up getting a really big scholarship for college. So that really shaped me and really helped me out for the rest of my life so far.
Hi. My least favorite K-12 memory is probably in 5th grade. I had a teacher named Mrs. Lyons for English, and she was one of the scariest people I've ever met. She actually used to throw stress balls at kids who she thought were being too loud or rude or whatever the case may be. That happened to a couple of friends of mine. And she actually had just come back from maternity leave, so that was actually kind of scary that she was so mean to us and had a baby of her own. And unfortunately, that's the only thing that sticks out in my mind about my 5th grade year.
My least favorite memory from K-12 was in 7th grade when I had Mrs. Kalesa, and she didn't help me with anything in science, and she gave me a D. And she wouldn't assist me in any of my work. She was really rude, and having her made me pay attention more in school. And when I had a bad teacher in high school, I knew that I had to learn the work on my own if there was a teacher that wasn't willing to help me. And it made me realize that all teachers aren't there to help you out, and you have to do it yourself sometimes. And you just gotta pay attention as best as you can.
I had a teacher in 12th grade who had an ultra-rare cancer called carcinoid cancer. And because of her and all the fundraising she did at school and the advocacy, it inspired me to join Colleges Against Cancer, which I am now president of for the 2014 year. So yeah, that was really inspirational for me and helped me a lot to become who I am on this campus.
So I had a Spanish teacher one time, and we had to get up in front of the whole class and say a speech in Spanish memorized. And I went and I said my speech, and he turned to me and he said, "Can I say it again?" because he didn't listen. And now I don't like to go up and do speeches in front of anybody.
My favorite teacher is Mrs. Rate. She was my biology teacher sophomore year, and she's my anatomy teacher this year, my senior year. She talks to you like you're a person and not a 5-year-old like most teachers do. She's not only there for me when I need her extra help in school, but she's there for me when I need her for personal reasons. She's just a genuine teacher, and she makes me look at teaching in a different way. Yeah.
One of my worst school memories was, I think, 4th grade. I raised my hand to volunteer for a question that I was 100% sure I knew the answer to, and I thought everyone in my group was wrong. And when my teacher called on me, I was the one that was wrong, and I forget what my answer was, but apparently it was so ridiculous that even she laughed at me, and after that I never raised my hand again until at least high school.
So my grammar school did a terrible job of teaching me how to write a good essay. So when I got to high school and had a teacher who thought he was a college professor, I was in big trouble. I kept getting D's on every essay I handed in to him because he didn't like my writing. And I started using his suggestions after a while to improve my writing, and thanks to him and his constant D's, I now get A's on almost every paper I hand in school. I owe a lot of thanks to him, because without those D's he was giving me, without his honesty about my essays, I never would have improved them, and they would still be terrible.